You may heard of some incredible NBA talents, but have you heard of Zion Williamson, the 285-pound freshman from Duke who at 19 years old had the NBA at awe of his talent? This talent is not like anything ever seen in NBA history, and that is why we're here to show you 5 times Zion Williamson shocked the NBA world. Number 5. An incredible block on DeAndre Hunter. On Saturday, February 9th, 2019, Zion Williamson lit up social media. And for a good cause. The rookie from Duke produced possibly his most amazing play of the year when he unexpectedly skied for a block against DeAndre Hunter of Virginia. It took Williamson less than 2 seconds to get from the spot above to blocking the shot. Unofficial timing, but you can try it yourself and find out. Hunter didn't exactly take a long time to load. Williamson just appeared suddenly out of nowhere, and he gained about 25 feet in that period. Williamson started off at approximately the midway mark of the 50-foot wide college basketball court, and Hunter was only a foot or so from being out of bounds. So combining his sprint and jump, the Duke freshman wonder covered that distance in less than 2 seconds. You don't want to imagine how incredible that leap was. Okay, so given where Williamson began his leap, it seems absurd that he was able to finish the block. He gained some ground while rushing at Hunter. However, the truth is that his vertical explosiveness had a far larger role in this than his speed did. A typical player's ability to challenge Hunter's three-pointer from Williamson's starting position would have been astounding. Players that are 99th percentile athletes may be able to get any piece of the ball, but Williamson did more than simply deflect this shot, however. He rose so high that he was able to forcefully and quickly block it. Simply incredible. The NBA community was in awe of its stunning beauty. Number 4. An impressive Duke debut. Zion Williamson, a freshman at Duke, lived up to the expectations in his first game on Tuesday, November 6, 2018, scoring 28 points as Duke easily defeated Kentucky. Williamson demonstrated that he had a special and uncommon combination of talents for his stature, making him one of the best athletes in all of college basketball. Williamson is no doubt one of the most interesting NBA prospects because a player with his height, agility, and skill set has almost never existed in basketball. Tuesday's 118-84 thrashing of Kentucky by Duke was a clear statement to the rest of the college basketball world that they are the team to beat. Williamson stole the show despite not having the most points, showing off a special skill set and strength that had the basketball world salivating. He made an impression, not just with his ability to go to the hoop, but also with his effectiveness outside the arc. The first point he made that night was a three-pointer from beyond the arc, which was definitely not what fans expected from Williamson's 6'7", 285-pound body. Williamson is not only a special athlete because of his athleticism and physique. While he moves like a small forward, his weight is more akin to that of an NBA center, if not larger. Williamson could hypothetically guard larger players while eclipsing them offensively. He can intimidate them on offense and utilize his speed to stay with them if a smaller player is placed on him. Williamson is a strange possibility in that he doesn't have many top offensive talents other than finishing at the rim, according to NBA draft analyst Jonathan Givony, who said that he had never seen a player as large and athletic as Williamson before. Number 3. An insane one-handed 360-degree dunk. Although Zion Williamson maintained he wasn't adding salt to injury to his hometown club, his 360-degree dunk in a blowout of Clemson nevertheless played the trick. Since he was in high school, Williamson has been creating absurd basketball highlights, and as a result, he was already well known even before arriving at Duke. But since crashing the college party, Williamson has swept the college basketball world by storm. With that said, Williamson could have waited until the year 2019 began to present his most ridiculous college highlight, and he did so on Saturday night of January 5th, 2019 during the second half against Clemson. The game was already far beyond his control when Williamson scooped up a steal near midcourt with a full head of steam. To the amazement of the whole NBA world, Williamson pulled off a spectacular 360-degree dunk. And do you know what the most astonishing part was? He did it with utmost ease. Williamson's strength is widely known at this time, but what is shocking is the sheer explosion he causes as he rises from the ground. He also moves differently than most people do. While everyone's jaws dropped to the floor, Williamson remained unimpressed, rating his dunk a 7 or 8 on a scale of 1 to 10. Incredible. The 6'7", 285-pound NBA sensation is on a different level than his Division I contemporaries. which has helped create the 12-1 Blue Devils, the #1 ranked team in the NCAA. Mike Krzyzewski, the Duke head coach, stated, "I'm not astonished by such stuff. He is capable of doing it. We let him carry it out. As long as he sticks the darn thing in, there is no limit to how high or how many times he can whirl." Number 2. First teenager in NBA history with 10 straight 20-point games. Although Zion Williamson may have rather begun the season slowly, he made the most of it anyway. Williamson led the New Orleans Pelicans to their 6th victory in 8 games as they defeated the Cleveland Cavaliers 116-104 at the Smoothie King Center on February 28, 2020. Williamson scored 24 points on 11 of 16 shooting from the floor. The act also made history. The 19-year-old became the first kid in league history to drop 10 straight 20-point games. The previous record was held by Carmelo Anthony, who, as a rookie with the Denver Nuggets at the age of 19, scored 20 points or more in 9 straight games. Williamson joined Donovan Mitchell, Joel Embiid, and Blake Griffin as the only other rookies in NBA history to have a 10-game scoring run of 20 points. Williamson did it with relative ease as well, scoring 25.5 points on average over that 10-game span beginning before the All-Star break. In his last 4 games, he had averaged 26.5 points per contest while shooting almost 60% from the field. Since LeBron James entered the NBA in 2003, a young player hasn't garnered as much attention. Assuming he remains healthy, Williamson seems to be destined to rule the NBA for the foreseeable future. Number 1. 17 consecutive points in the fourth quarter of his NBA debut. In a thrilling 3-minute stretch, Zion Williamson scored 17 points in a row to make an NBA debut to remember. The most awaited NBA prospect since LeBron James, who was selected first overall in the 2019 NBA draft, broke out for 17 consecutive points in a little over 3 minutes in the fourth quarter of the New Orleans Pelicans' 121-117 defeat to the San Antonio Spurs on Wednesday, January 22, 2022. Williamson had a spectacular 4-of-4 shooting performance from beyond the arc during his explosive run, which culminated his 22-point, 7-rebound performance at the Smoothie King Center. The 19-year-old also demonstrated the exceptional athleticism that originally made him famous with a high-flying alley-oop and a rebound-turned-layup that highlighted his powerful second leap. Williamson concluded the game as the first and only player in NBA history to make 4 or more three-point shots while shooting 100% of the time. In addition, he surpassed Anthony Davis's 21-point performance with the former New Orleans Hornets in 2012 to establish the Pelicans' franchise record for most points scored in a debut. Williamson had moments of brilliance even when his early attempts weren't connecting. In one such occasion, the winner of the 2019 Wooden Award bodied Spurs big man Jacob Poeltl for a difficult rebound before advancing the ball and passing it to E'Twaun Moore for a simple 2-point basket. In the early stages of the game, Williamson showed some discipline by spacing the floor and staying through the course of each play, despite the fact that he still had to make a number of significant changes to playing at the professional level. Alvin Gentry, the head coach of the Pelicans, expressed satisfaction with Williamson's performance in his first competitive game in New Orleans. Following the game, Gentry remarked, "I believe what you saw there was a taste of what if we truly get situated. He gets settled in. There are a lot of things we can do with him. There is a great deal of promise. It was great to watch him perform. I just believe that he has a very, very high potential that he can achieve. He can access it." The Pelicans supporters appeared satisfied as well. Williamson's incredible fourth quarter takedown sparked MVP screams around the Smoothie King Center. With the exception of losing, it was everything Williamson had hoped it would be. It was amazing just from the enthusiasm the audience and the city provided. "I just appreciate that they did it. Getting out there at last was a fulfillment of a dream. But in the end, I did want to win," he remarked. So, what are your thoughts about this NBA wonder kid? How far do you think he can go in becoming an NBA great? Let us know in the comment section. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again in the next one. Until then, it's goodbye.